time of day plays a big role there, and I think looking at your page insights to understand in and amongst your fans and your audience, when are they most active on the page? What days of the week are they most active? Because all of that is now available in your insights. That's the first thing. And then I think you're right. It is an element of some promotion. So some people are creating events ahead of the actual live event to say, kind of an appointment to view, so to speak. It certainly is challenging. I mean, there's no EPG, right? There's no EPG to say when to watch this content. But I think creating elements within that video that, again, really drive a person to share that's how word of mouth happens, and how more live viewers kind of end up showing up. And we also, just in my experience, is kind of having a few minutes of an intro before you kind of get to the main content to allow a bit of a groundswell to happen. It really helps. What we did actually with what BuzzFeed did, in fact, with the EU referendum town hall. That's what that was called. If you actually go to the BuzzFeed UK page, you can see some of that content. The 4 videos from the EU ref town hall. And what they did was actually have some pretty, pretty compelling intro content before they actually got to the Q&A. Because you're right, it needs some time to kind of work its way through the news feed. And then in terms of getting more comments, I think you have to make it really clear to people that if they're commenting, if they're asking questions, you're going to incorporate that back in, if it's a Q&A, for example. So in that example with BuzzFeed, they actually had somebody right in the middle of the set with their laptop, and they could see that they were looking at questions coming in through the comments in real time. They were picking out questions that they thought would be really compelling from an editorial perspective to add to the town hall, to add to the QA. And people were really putting their questions in simply because they felt like they were going to be heard, they were going to be responded to. And even if you're not incorporating those questions directly into the live content, at least if you're interacting with those commenters, just using the reply function adds a lot of value.